Hey, everybody, and welcome to www.sporthotpicks.com. I am your host, Tommy School. Welcome here, April 30th, 2021. We're on Friday because we're going to be cashing in some checks here today. I want to go over a little bit of a wrap up what we have had happen from March through yesterday's business, the 29th of April, and really give you a big snapshot of our consulting services here. So, if you look back at our numbers, and we are going to post these out after tomorrow, in March, we went 143 wins and 91 losses, putting us at a total of 234 picks, a 61.11% success rate, which is well in the range of professional sport wagering. Also, if you purchase our system at www.sporthotpicks.com, you get charged one time $9.99 fee. That fee gets every one of those picks. In March, for those 234 picks, you're paying 4 cents a pick, and you come in with 143 wins and 91 losses. You're doing very well, even on a $10 wager, or if your unit's even bigger than that, you're coming out very, very well. I'm going to go into the different wagering amounts later in this broadcast. Now, so far in April, we are 134 and 93. Not as good as March, but we're still at 59.3%. Not bad at all, considering to be profitable, you got to be at 52.3%. We are providing a service, a daily service, and following our system, wagering properly, you are going to be beneficial and profitable within this program that we have set up for you for only $9.99 a month. Again, that's another 227 picks so far. Now, we do have two more NBA for you. We have one NHL and we have two Major League Baseball, along with one freebie for today. So that's a total of 6 picks that you get. So maybe we might even get down to 3 cents per pick. But anyway, with that being said, all in between the 2 months, we are 277 and 184 for a total of 461 picks, which puts us at 60.09%. Now, if you are betting within our system at that $10 a bet, you would be up $206.79 on a $10 wager. Take out your $9, so you're up just around 200 bucks. Okay. Now, compounding is very important for you to be super successful and to get to that level that you want to be at. Now, what I mean by compounding is we started with $1,000 bankroll, and now we won an extra 200 bucks. We take that 200 bucks and now we have a $1,200 bankroll. We've talked about the 1 and 2% being conservative, 3% being moderate, 4 and 5% being aggressive. That's how you want to play it. Now, what we're going to do starting in April is we're going to actually take you on a $1,000 wager process, which means you're betting $30 a game. And we're also going to take you on a $3,000 wager, which is $90. Those are the 3%. So we're right down the middle. $30 on the 1,000, $90 on the 3,000. And we're going to show you how taking and growing is going to show you that compounding interest amount. Now, before I get into our free pick of the day, I want to go over some stats for you. And when I'm talking about NBA, I am not talking about outright winners. I am actually talking about covering the spreads and who is doing a better job at it. So in the NBA, the favorites are covering the spread at 50.34%. The the overs are covering at 50.27%. So if you're just betting one way or another and just following all the overs or all of the favorites, you're losing money because of the VIG and the juice or whatever else you want to call it, because you got to be at 52.3%. Now with the NHL, the unders are at 51.12%, so closer to that break-even point. But if you're still taking all the unders, you're still losing money and not a good way to be going. The first period unders, they have really came back into play. They used to be up around 53, 54%. They have come charging back on the overs, but the unders still carry it at 50.67%. And again, right in that range where you can't just go one way or the other and ride it all the way to the bank. You have to really know what you're doing. So the odds makers, sports books, they're doing a great job on correcting those numbers. Now, with that being said, let's start talking about baseball. It's still very early in the season. A lot of things are still happening. And that's why these numbers are skewed a little bit more than, say, the NHL and the NBA. The Major League Baseball, the favorites are at 52.71%. So if you were betting the favorites, you would be profitable. If you bet every single favorite, you can't miss one, which is risky, very risky. Now, with that being said, the unders in Major League Baseball are 53.4%. Now, if you're a believer in last year and the year before that, the juiced ball where it was harder and flew further and all that sort of stuff, and you're a believer in the softer ball, meaning that it's not wound as tight, the ball is flight restricted, a ball that usually would go 410 is going 393. If you're a believer in that, then that's the reason for the unders. And the sports books and the lines makers are having a hard time really coming up with that, as the unders are at 53.4%. Now, I get done saying that, and I immediately come out with our free pick of the day, which is going to be a super fun one. Yesterday, the Rockies and the Diamondbacks ended on 8. It was 5-3 Diamondbacks. It was 8.5. Well, today it's 8.5 again. Now, what I want to talk about on that 8.5 and why you want to have separate books, I got my little note sheet here, is one of the books opened it up at 8.5 and they were minus 112. Another book had it at 8.5 minus 115. Another book 8.5 minus 110, and another book minus 8 over under 8.5 minus 118. So to be a good smart bettor, when we're providing you our picks, have 3 or 4 different online tools, or if you're going into a casino and making these wagers, here where we're at, we have the ability to bet online, and those states keep coming online. You know, the difference between getting it at 110 and 118 is the difference of that break-even point that I'm talking about at 52.3%. If you're constantly giving up more odds than you need to and more juice, then it's going to affect you. All right, www.sporthotpicks.com. I need 2 favors from you. Number 1, can you please subscribe to the channel? That notifies you as soon as we put something out there, and it helps us grow the channel and get out into the marketplace a little bit better. We're only 2 months old as an organization, but we have 40 years of combined experience. The second thing I'd like for you to do is go down there and put in some comments of some things that you would like to learn about. We love educating our patrons and being able to provide information for you all on these little video podcasts. I am Tommy School, www.sporthotpicks.com. Our free pick of the day, Arizona Diamondbacks at home versus the Colorado Rockies. We're going over 8.5, and I'm out.